Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. As I was shuffling, I saw this horse, and it was just really frustrated. And horses, for me, working so much with animal wisdom, is a lot about what are we feeling. They represent freedom, but I saw this just like frustration. It was just doing its thing, and it was frustrated. So do you feel, maybe, or some of you, that things are not moving forward? So what I wanted to talk about before I go through, I'm going to do cards for all of you and then one card for each of you, is that we we've had Mars. We still have Mars in Gemini and a station direct last week, and then we have Mercury stationing direct this week, and Gemini, especially being Mercury ruled, is going through a lot, and it might feel like that Mars is just like it's gaining power right now. So how I've felt this in my life is that I've had to rest so much more than I thought I needed, and a part of me, my brain, wants to get going because I have all these ideas, right? But it's in the rest that I've gotten so much clarity. So when we are in these times where things are just turbulent, or it's foggy, and it's not clear for us, then it's really important, a really important tool for you to go within, so that you can find the stability within yourself, and then keeping your boundaries. If you want to do your soul journey and your soul growth, and you want to move forward in that, then keeping your boundaries with other people, but also with yourself, what serves you, so that you don't fall down into old patterns where you're trying to move forward. We have to get out of our comfort zone if we want to move forward. So that means doing things in a different way. And also super important to listen to your body's natural cycle. I have been so more and more fine-tuning not just my intuition, but my knowledge about myself, that self-awareness, that we are one with the planets, that we are one with the earth. And when we go on our soul journey, that's what we're tuning into. We're tuning into the real truth of us, okay? So listen to your body, listen to the cycles, not your mind, okay? Your mind is going to want a lot of different things, but it's your body that has the knowledge. Your soul speaks to you through your heart, and through a subtle language. So just wanted to note that before we move on, because I felt that frustration, obviously. And as I said, just use all these tools, and if you've done your work, just to go within and find that safety. That is one of the main things, the main tools that we have, right? And that's root chakra based. If you're joining my chakra course, starting with a live call on Sunday, we are starting with the root chakra, and that is what this is about. It's about finding that safety within and seeing where are your foundations. What do you believe is true for you? What do you believe can be true for you? If you're programmed in a limiting way, then that's going to stop you no matter how much you push, okay? If you're into gene keys, you can look into gene key 34 and gene key 40 as well, which has a lot. Both of them have to do with pushing and divine will, and maybe becoming exhausted because of it. Okay. So whether that is in your chart or not in gene keys, it's still really beautiful to look at, since we all have all 64 DNA within us. Okay, enough about that. I can talk about this for so long, but I am going to do some cards as well. So let's start with general for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so that is why I felt called to talk about that. We have the Fate card and the Risk card. This is about when you really want to change something. If you're committed to you and you want to change something, it is going to feel like a risk to go for it. It's always going to be a stretch to do something more for you. If you're going into your soul journey, then saying yes to yourself is going to make you change some routines and set those boundaries around you. And that it's always a stretch when we are growing into our next level self. When we say that commitment is always going to be a stretch, which feels like taking a risk. And this can be in how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, who you spend your energy with, how you spend your energy in terms of how your thoughts are or what you're consuming, or how you spend your money and spending that on yourself in a way that you haven't done before. So whatever that is for you, or carving out the time where you feel like there's no time. If you really want to bet on you and do you and live your soul journey, you have to start listening to you, and you have to start doing more things for you, because that's how you grow. So that's that, taking that risk, whatever that is. If you're in for this, and if you're in my energy, that's a part of who you are, because I am here for my whole soul journey and to manifest all my dreams, living in my full potential. So this is calling you to take a risk, however that is for you. This can also be for some of you, since this is a general reading. It can also be about that, that for you to speak up. I'm feeling that throat chakra work, right? For you to speak up about not only your needs, but your wants and desires. To speak up for yourself, your truth. We all, every single person on this planet, have our own truth, because we are here for our own personal soul journey. And when we can listen to that and not listen to everyone else, then we can come forward in our own gift and learning to know ourselves so much more. Self-awareness is key if you want to live and walk your soul journey. So it might also be that for some of you, it's going to feel like taking a risk to speaking up for yourself. It can also be about actually speaking about your gifts, of showing yourself that this is me and I'm effing awesome. And that's going to maybe feel like a risk to know your worth. We're also talking about that, actually, and I was reflecting on that because I've followed astrology almost daily for 3 years now, and so we have this thing happening when Mercury is stationing direct on Wednesday. This week we also have the Sun and the Pluto conjunction. And Pluto is that your real power. And I know for me how that manifested last year was that I really saw my worth, and I said no to certain things, both relationship and money, and however that came through, as like, I am worthy of this, and I'm not going to settle for anything less than my dreams. And so that is happening on Wednesday. So this is about knowing your worth and doing things for you to keep that and to not fall down into old patterns, which might also, this risk card might come into that. Because the fate card, this is all about, we all create our life. We create our fate. If we're looking at it that way, I usually explain in manifestation workshops, or whenever I work with manifestation, is about like taking little things, we're weaving together a fate of everything that we love, everything that we desire, everything that lights us up and makes us feel yummy and good, and putting that in this basket, and we're weaving together that this is me, and I've put it together because these are the things that I love. Even if your journey is not clear, putting the things that you love within you is weaving your destiny together to create the life that you want, because you have the power. Talking about power here in autonomy, you have the power to create what you want. Okay, so pay attention. What works for you? What doesn't? What makes you feel good? What doesn't make you feel good? And honor that. This is what I've fine-tuned in myself so much, honoring every single nuance in what makes me feel good right now, because it might be different from yesterday. Or who do I want to be with right now that uplift me? Or where do my energy go down if I'm around someone? And honoring that, and that's not judging anyone, it's honoring my own energy and what I need at the moment to be in alignment and to be centered. Okay, so wow, air signs, you have a lot going on, but this is also that breakthrough time, this time for you to be you and to really go for your dreams. And when Mercury is stationing direct and all of this, after this week, and then we're coming into Aquarius season and the new moon in Aquarius, this is like you saying yes to yourself and moving forward in that, if you so choose. And saying yes to yourself, yes, it always brings with it a little bit of uncomfortableness, because otherwise there's no growth. So you do you, okay? So now I'm going to do a card each for all of the signs, or for the air signs. So we will start with Gemini. One card for Gemini for this week. And also we have the new moon in Aquarius on Saturday, and we are moving into Aquarius season on Thursday. So it's going to be a lot of energy shifts here. Okay, so Gemini, what wants to come through your focus for this week for your own power? Okay, Gemini. So we have here soulmate energy. This is a really, really beautiful card, whether it's in love for you. Maybe this is about really sitting with, who do I want to be with, or where am I settling? Where am I not believing that this is possible? Whether you are in a relationship or not, it can always be improved and communicated about, right? Especially when we're talking Mercury here, communication. So what is it that you want? How do you want to feel in the best relationship? Whether it's love, partnership, or if it's colleagues, people that you work with, or clients, or whatever you do for work, or friendships as well. What are you really calling in? And with this new moon, really setting these intentions, obviously, too. If you're Sagittarius rising, your 7th house is Gemini, which I am. So I've gone through a lot with this Mars energy and Mars retrograde energy in really fine-tuning what do I want in life, and what do I want with my mentorship clients, and with the close one-on-one people. So wherever that is in your chart, you can see in that. So there's something here either coming in for you, but I'm feeling it more as for you to really be clear on what you want. So you don't just wishy-washy and just like, oh, this is good. And that might obviously be anything about maybe wounds of, well, am I lovable enough? Is this really possible for me? Again, that's so much root chakra work. What is your foundation of what you believe is possible for you? So if you want help in that, join my root chakra workshop this Sunday, and the whole membership that I've got going on that you can join just for 1 month or several months if you want to. So this is something here for you. It's going to come in a little bit different for you all, but make sure that you know, especially with the fate card here, you know what you want, Gemini. Okay, so let's see here. Libra for this week. Libra. One card for Libra, please. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups here. So this can be reminiscing about something. It can be some old emotions like sentimentality coming in. So if it does, I feel 2 different things. So since the general reading is going to resonate differently. So if it does, just make sure if something old, if you're sentimental about someone or something, the way you used to do something, or the way how you used to live, or however, because of a lot of emotions, because we do have a lot of emotions and, going on as well this week in a lot of, tuning into your own power. And that can be really emotional to see when you take that next step. So for you is to see, is this still in alignment with what you actually want, or is it just that it's comfortable? Because even trauma responses are comfortable if we take it to the extreme, because it's something that you've known your whole life. So just because it's comfortable doesn't mean it serves you. It rarely does, actually, in terms of being like going back into some kind of comfort if you actually want to move forward. So just make sure, it doesn't always have to be that, but just make sure this is just something that I'm getting for you Libra, or for some of you. Making sure that it's still aligned if it's something that you're going back to. It might also go back to, a childhood dream, going back to its children at play here. So for some of you, that's going to resonate more. A childhood dream, or being more playful, not take things so serious, not trying to figure it out with your head, live from your heart, and seeing where are you now, and what is it that you still actually want to, talking about this fate card here, where you still want to actually pursue that you might have forgotten. Okay, sometimes our dreams change and we have to let them do that, and sometimes they don't, and we can go back to the core of that, because that's really when we were shown who we are, right? So a few different ones for you here, Libra, or a few different scenarios rather. Okay, and then Aquarius. Aquarius, you have a lot with coming into Aquarius season. Happy birthday, early birthday, if you are. And then the new moon in Aquarius, really, really a beautiful, fresh start for who you are and for who you want to be, that innovative person that you are. And obviously, all of this is sun, moon, rising, whatever you're watching. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but it came to me now. So let's see here. One card for Aquarius this week. I feel like I can obviously do a whole thing for you. Okay, so with the Page of Wands here, that's what I felt. Okay, I'm gonna do one more card for you. The Page of Wands. This is new ideas, thinking about, like, pondering about something. Pondering is so good, and thinking about things. And I know that, for example, in my Gene Keys, I have line 1, so point 1 in my IQ sphere. And this is really how I work. I need some time to think about things. I need to go into my mind and contemplate things, which is so beautiful. So this is about new ideas that you might have. And so, sit on them for a while is something that I actually heard in the astrology update for the week as well. So if new things come in with Aquarius season, with this new moon, sit with them and see what those downloads are for and how they can serve you. I'm going to do one more for you. Aquarius. Yes, because they are, exactly. This is a new journey. That's what I already said. It's a new journey for you, okay? And that might feel like taking that risk, jumping off the cliff, but it's going to bring you so much profoundness. Aquarius, this is... I feel like the doors are just opening for you so much. So sit with those ideas, see where they take you, feel into, are they aligned with who I am and what I want to become, who I want to become, how I want to live my life, and then act on it, okay? So really tune into your center. It goes for everyone here, obviously. Always, since that's what I'm all about. Our center, our soul guides us every single day. The universe guides us every single day. So it's time for you, Aquarius. Okay? Thank you so much for this week, and I'll see you next week. And any links I'll put below, and you can find them on my website, sanctuarywithinyou.com as well. Mwah!